What can you give that is going to benefit the other person? That is a question for you to answer, but don't let the setup itself deter you from starting.
Welcome to the Soundboard with Tofe Podcast. To the industry leaders and forward-thinking companies, this is your resource to become a better podcaster. You'll be taken on a journey to learn tips and tricks around podcast strategy and curation. And here's your host, Tofe Evans.
G'day. Welcome back to the podcast. I'm going to keep this one relatively short because I respect your time. Thank you for tuning in. I understand you're probably time poor like the rest of this world. Something I do want to touch on is a video I had seen on Instagram, and it's from Alex Hormozi. He is one of the managing partners at acquisitions.com. Here is what he has to say. Check it out now.
Here's why I don't spend a lot of money on building a really fancy studio. I built a $30 million business using a laptop. And so you don't need to have a fancy setup or studio in order to be successful. And I built my YouTube channel off of a really crappy microphone and a webcam, because at the end of the day, I think all that really matters is the substance, the content is, do you believe in what you're saying, and is what you're saying valuable? And so I think my entire setup right now probably costs $2,000 in total, including my computer. That's what I do. And maybe I'll be better in the future, but as of right now, I like simplicity rather than complexity.
I love this message, because what I hear him say is be resourceful with what you got. If I explain my setup right now, I'm using my Mac. Yes, the camera quality could be better. I could have a better camera. I could have an SLR with a 4K cam splitter. I could have an incredible Shure mic. I'm using a Blue Yeti that is attached to my Rode arm that is going into a desk insert with a pop filter and a shock mount. My setup doesn't cost me much. And I got a ring light too, right? What he was saying is it's about the substance. Do I believe in what I'm talking about? And that's what I feel is preventing a lot of people from starting a podcast. Just making sure that is what you're talking about going to be beneficial for the other person? Because everyone is time poor, because we need to break through the noise. What can you give that is going to benefit the other person? That is a question for you to answer, but don't let the setup itself deter you from starting. This is a guy that has a lot of money. He has a lot of money. You would think he is on a minimum wage with how he acts, how frugal he is. He's actually very wealthy. So it's not always about having the best equipment. That just means you can upgrade later on if you really want to. But the most important thing is, what are you going to give that is valuable? Make sure that is the first thing in mind. Is it going to benefit the other person? And then you can upgrade later on. Thank you for tuning in. Hope you enjoyed the episode. Please subscribe or follow the episode if you haven't done so already. That really helps support me. I'll see you in the next episode.
Thank you for listening. And for more information about Soundboard services, please check out the show notes. Lastly, Soundboard acknowledges the traditional owners of the land on which we meet today, paying respects to elders past, present, and emerging.